car chat. You guys love these videos. I have my camera propped up. I obviously can't look at the camera too much because I am driving, but it's just a great way for me to kind of film some like blabbiness and you know, get my point across for whatever I'm trying to do without having to take time to sit down in my house. Because in all honesty, if I'm in my house, I'm doing something or I'm relaxing, and I just don't always have that time to sit down and film a video. And whenever I do, the kids tend to be home, and whenever I'm filming a video with them home, they're like in and out, making noise, screaming, yelling, so it's just not a good time for anybody. So today I wanted to do kind of like a Christmas recap for you guys for an organized Christmas video. Christmas has now been almost a month away, or a month ago, and I'll say that we had probably one of the best Christmases that we could have had. Christmas itself was absolutely nuts. So the week before Christmas, my kids get out of school. However, we had like a snowstorm come that just ruined everything, and I ended up having to do an event that I hosted. It was supposed to be the second week before the kids got out of school, like in the time that I wasn't supposed to do it. Like my mom was coming in. It was absolutely chaos. Basically, I was supposed to have like 2 or 3 days before my mom got here to kind of get my house clean and organized and finish up my Christmas shopping and stuff like that, and that just got completely ruined because we lost days from it being snow, and then I had to work at the school, and it was just nuts. So I'll say that me being as organized as I was prior to all of that is what truly saved our Christmas from being any more chaotic than it was. I did the majority of my shopping this year actually in stores. I didn't buy a lot this year, so I didn't, oh, there was a dead kitten on the side of the road. I didn't buy a lot this year, so I didn't, I didn't have to place a ton of orders or anything like that. I really thought about gifts this year, and I really put a lot of effort into it. And this year, we stuck to, for my children, something they want, need, read, wear, and I will definitely do that again next year. It was awesome. I loved it. They also got excited being like, okay, is this my need? Is, you know, like they loved it. They also got 2 gifts from Santa and a pretty full stocking that was a mixture between me and my mom, and then my mom went crazy and overboard. I think I felt so confident in the way that I did Christmas with the something they want, need, read, wear, because my mom buys them so much. They also got a gift from my aunt. They just had more than enough present-wise. And you know, I did get to buy, you know, a few little fun things for their stockings, and their stockings maybe didn't have like cheap dollar store stuff. It had, you know, some nicer things and stuff like that, but I liked that. I really, really enjoyed that. So they also asked Santa for 2 things this year. Typically they ask for 3, and I'm going to let them ask for 3 next year. I think that that is a good compromise. Sorry, I'm just plugging my bit in. So next year, I told the kids it'll be the same general idea. However, my hope and prayer for next year is to be able to take my kids back to DisneyWorld. That will be their Christmas present from mom and dad. If they get any want, need, read, wear, it will be maybe a new Disney shirt, you know, something like that. Maybe a new swimsuit or some new sneakers to walk around the parks. Pins that they need or want, you know, things like that. A book to read on the way down. That will be their Christmas present from us if we do the want, need, read, wear. We also are just thinking, give them DisneyWorld, and that is their present from mom and dad. That is all that they are going to get. We would basically be coming home from DisneyWorld on Christmas Eve, so they would get a visit from Santa Christmas Eve night, and so they would get their, you know, 3 gifts from Santa, and then they would get a stocking on Christmas morning from mom and dad, and maybe depending on, you know, how good of a deal I can get for Disney and stuff like that, where I am a travel agent and, you know, I can get discounts if I, you know, hit certain levels and stuff like that, then maybe they might get like 1 present under the tree from us. I know that they're gonna still get a gift from my aunt, and then my mom, I don't know if she will choose to come down on Christmas Eve. You know, that may be very expensive for her. I don't know if she will decide to just send them some gifts because she's going to come for Thanksgiving this year instead. I don't know what she's gonna do, but that is my hope and prayer for Christmas next year. And the kids all kind of like that idea, and I told them, I said, you know what, instead of doing like one big carnival Christmas, maybe we can do one big vacation, and then, you know, the next year or two, then we'll do smaller want, need, read, wear Christmases, and that's how we'll do it. But it took many years to rip the Band-Aid off and realize that they didn't need all the crap that they were getting, and I always went overboard and I always went crazy, and it took many years to realize that, but I'm really happy with me finally doing it and sticking to it. And the kids all said, like, you always said you were going to do it and you never did it. You know, you got better and better and closer each year, but you never did it. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, and I'm very happy with that. We did not get my mom a ton of gifts. We got her, you know, some gifts and then a good stocking, and I'm going to do the same thing next year. My brother, the same thing. Jeff and I were not supposed to exchange gifts this year. It was something that we had decided on in the fall, and he ended up going and getting me some stuff with the kids, which was kind of, I was really annoyed with it, to be honest, because then I had to kind of scramble literally like 2 days before Christmas and go and get him a couple things. And given I knew of some things to get him that he needed or whatever, but I hated the fact that I was probably spending more money than I wanted to and things like that. But needless to say, we basically took our kids out and each of them picked out like a little thing for us, and then we went together, you know, with the kids, and they each picked like maybe like one big thing and a couple like medium-sized things, and it was a very minimal Christmas for us too, and I liked it. I mean, my mom got me some stuff this year. You know, I think that my mom gets us so much, and you know, I'm sure this can relate to a lot of people, is you get so much stuff from your family members that instead of you feeling like, oh, well, I can't get my family anything, be like, you know what, well, I just saved a ton of money by not doing that. So that is my hope for next year, is that we can continue that line of thinking. I would really like to continue to shop year round for my teachers and know that the teachers are all set. That's such a blessing. I have been going and getting a 5, 10, 15, sometimes even up to 30. It's anywhere between $5 and $30 gift card every week when I go to Kroger. Whatever is left in my grocery budget from the previous week, I buy a gift card of some sort, knowing that we have a lot of teachers that we give $5 Starbucks gift cards to. We have, you know, our mailman and UPS drivers that we like to give a small gift card to. And then, you know, buying gift cards for places like Amazon and Target and Toys R Us and Disney and things like that. We know that we're going to end up using them. And that, I think, will help at the end of the year as well. This year, any online shopping that I did, I used swag bucks for. So I had like a $30 or $40 gift card to use at the end of the season for that, and that is basically what I used to buy all of my kids' Valentine's Day presents from us. We got them a bunch of like candies and stuff like that, and then I was able to actually get 2 of my kids' gift cards, and then that way all I'll have to spend is $10 in 2 gift cards for my other kids to give them a gift. So that's, you know, the kind of like gift that keeps on going whenever you use cashback sites, whether you use Ebates or Swagbucks or whatever you want to use. But I was really happy with that. And then this year we decided that all of my Scentsy money, my YouTube money, and my Disney money is basically kids money. So it's money that I am using to fund their birthdays and Christmas and any sports that they want to play, any entertainment things. We really want to get another zoo pass this year. It's something that I really loved. We really loved. It's just something nice that, you know, that like, okay, we have nothing to do today. Let's just run to the zoo. Yeah, we have to pay for gas and pack a lunch, but it's really an affordable place to go, and it kills a day, and it's just something fun to do. So, you know, I'm trying to think about those passes I want. I know that every year Six Flags does the Black Friday sale. This year we are going to put aside the money to buy that Six Flags pass. And that may be the gift that we give them on Christmas Day, you know what I mean? Like something like that. Or, you know, maybe save it as an Easter present or something like that and just not activate it until then. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed Christmas. I will say that scaling back and not buying as much and not having as much decor out, I got rid of a lot of decor both before and after I decorated. Getting rid of a lot, like we didn't have a ton of wrapping paper. I just used what we had. I didn't go and buy a ton of wrapping paper that we didn't need. We have our dining room tree that has Hallmark ornaments now, and that's almost full, and I actually didn't buy any Hallmark ornaments this year. We have our main tree that alternates between red and white and silver and doing a Disney tree. This year I had my Disney tree and my red, white, and silver one up. I think I'm going to start paring down some of my red, white, and silver and just keep my favorites, because a lot of them were just very cheap things that I bought when we first got married, and just pare it down to one tree. You know, as I get older and I'm working more outside of my home or even inside my home, and my kids are getting older and their schedules are getting busier and busier, I just can't go as big as I used to. You know, maybe when my kids are older and they're all out of the house, I can, but for now I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I don't have the space, and it's really hard to keep it clean with all the extra clutter and stuff. So I think next year I'll probably even get rid of a little bit more stuff, and then just really have that dining room tree, and then I have our main tree. And the kids really did want a tree for their rooms this past year to have like all of their ornaments on it. So I don't like those little like wire trees. We had them for many, many years, but they just don't hold the ornaments. And the kids now, because I mean, Trevor's been getting ornaments for 13 years, they just have too many ornaments for them. So I think next year they'll either have a playroom tree or they'll have a tree upstairs. Like there's like a little nook that I have that we can put a tree there that has all of their ornaments, or I may just start packing them away. The whole point of all the Hallmark ornaments many years ago was so that they can start their own tree when they leave the nest. And you know, I may just put those aside for now until, you know, I have the energy to want to do, you know, these big Christmases and all that stuff again. 2017 was a year of a lot of like simplicity for me, like really trying to scale things down and pare things down and get things kind of back to basics, as they kind of went overboard for a little while. And I'll say that I'm happy with, you know, how this year went. I think I have like 1 or 2 more Bath and Body Works candles, and then I do have some Scentsy scents that are fall and Christmas, and my hope is next year not to buy any as well, and just keep going through these things and just get them down to nothing. I don't like storing all this stuff and having all this stuff and having to deal with all this stuff. You know, this year having a scaled back Christmas was really nice. We really focused on more of the fun things, like baking cookies and going to fun events and watching movies and, you know, all those fun, exciting things that you can do around Christmas as a family. So that's kind of my recap on Organized Christmas. I love Organized Christmas. I love the plan. It keeps me organized, and you know, often I read a few of those articles each year, and it really does make me think and be like, you know what, maybe I am, or maybe I should do this or shouldn't do that, or you know, whatever it may be. So yeah, there's my update. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know, you know, how you did this Christmas with Organized Christmas, or anything that you want to change, or anything that worked really well for you. So I'll see you guys in my next video.